What's up, guys? Hope you all are doing well. Wanted to mention real quick, we've been getting a ton of questions about when we were going to get some hoodies back in stock. This figure hoodie is now back in stock, and we've got some new designs that will be coming along very soon as we get into fall. So thank you for all the support, and you can head over to shawstrength.com and pick one of these up if you're interested. Let's get into some questions. So first question. It seems like every weekend there's another world record attempt that is being streamed by Rogue or World's Ultimate Strongman. After Worlds and the Shaw Classic, would you be interested in doing one or more of these? And if so, which events/records would you be considering rooting for? Number 5. Well, thank you for the support. And to answer your question, no. Simply no, I will not be doing any at-home records. When this all started, actually before it all started, I made a video about these at-home records and why I personally didn't feel like they were a good direction for the sport of strongman, and I firmly 100% stand by that statement. My view on that has not changed at all, and I don't think it's been good for the sport at all. I'm looking forward to contests getting back underway here. World's Strongest Man, obviously the Shaw Classic coming up, so really excited about those. But as far as the at-home records or feats of strength or whatever they're calling that, I will not be partaking in that for sure. That question kind of leads us into the next question, and this question is, do you plan on replacing Rob Kearney at the Shaw Classic after his tricep injury? If so, who do you plan on replacing him with? So with regards to Rob, I was really sad to see him get injured. He reached out to me right after that happened and gave me the news, which was, obviously shocking. And I wish Rob nothing but the best in his surgery and his recovery from that injury. But, with him reaching out to me, it gave me some time to think about who was going to be his replacement. Before I did any announcement, I had to wait for them to then show those log attempts so that we didn't kind of spoil the video or whatever. But now that has been shown, the official replacement is Evan Singleton. So Evan, you guys might not be as familiar with, but he's an up-and-comer. Evan really impressed me actually last year at World's Strongest Man. He was a equipment tester there, came up to me, was asking a lot of questions, and I could just kind of tell that he had a great mindset toward the sport and getting better. And he has gone back, and in his recent training, he's pressed a 450-pound log. He's deadlifted over 900 pounds. So definitely making a lot of progress. And he's, in my opinion, got a good attitude toward getting better, working hard. And he was one of the guys that I had reached out to let them know that they would be on the alternate list. We have several other guys on that list as well, just in case we have to fill other spots in the contest. But looking forward to seeing what Evan could do coming up here at the Shaw Classic in December. What's your current diet leading up to World's Strongest Man? Well, my current diet, we've actually gone through several different phases of my diet, and I've been able to give my feedback to Nathan about how I'm feeling and how I'm performing and how I'm recovering. And the big challenge leading up to World's Strongest Man here is knowing what the weights are going to be and what the final events are going to be, because obviously that dictates a little bit what condition my body is, what body weight I'm going to try to shoot for, and if I need to focus a little bit more on the endurance side of things or the strength side of things. So that's been the biggest challenge. But right now I'm sitting really good, kind of in a spot where I personally feel like I'm performing well in training, I'm performing well in the moving events, and I also feel like my strength is at a very good level. So right now, we're going to try to hold that leading up to World's Strongest Man. I think we're going to try to film some type of a diet update, day of eating for you guys. We've been getting some requests for that as well leading up to World's Strongest Man. So we'll try to get that done here fairly soon. What event do you think is your best event, and what event would you say is your biggest weakness at the World's Strongest Man finals this year? Well, that's a good question. And what I would say as far as a best event, I like to feel like I'm very well-rounded when it comes to the events. I would say out of the finals, if I had to pick one, I would say probably the keg toss. I really enjoy throwing kegs, and historically speaking, that is an event that I've done very well at. So I've enjoyed training it. I feel like my training is on point, and I'm ready to perform in that event very well. And biggest weakness in the final, it's kind of tough to say. I've really got a good mix of events for me. We haven't got the final information on the deadlift. There's been some rumors going around about it being elevated, what height it might be at, but nothing has been 100% confirmed as of this moment right now. So that could change a little bit. That could be something, if I had to pick a weakness or an event that I've been working very hard on, I would say the deadlift is it, trying to build that back up. And, depending on what height they go at, that could have a, big impact on the result of that event. And I am trying to be as well-rounded as I possibly can, again, with every height in the deadlift, but I haven't been able to specialize. So if I had to pick one, I would say maybe the deadlift, but I feel like everything is going pretty good, so it's kind of hard to pick one of the events where I would say, oh my gosh, that's a glaring weakness for me. You have to go without one of these 5 things for the rest of your life. Number 1, protein powder. Number 2, rice. Number 3, gym chalk. Number 4, chocolate. Or number 5, cheat meals. So, good question here. I would say out of those 5, if I had to pick one, I would probably say that I would go without chocolate. And the reason for that is you said cheat meals. And, as I've told you guys before, I really enjoy cheesecake as a cheat meal. I would actually pick cheesecake over chocolate. So I feel like I could be perfectly content with getting rid of chocolate. So that would be my answer. Are you afraid of the World's Strongest Man bubble that they're doing? Well, I would say that I'm not afraid of the bubble. The bubble should probably be afraid of me. That would be what I would say. I don't know what they're going to do or how they're going to do it, and what do they mean by bubble? Who really knows? At this point, I'm just excited that the contest is going forward. If I have to go there by myself, then so be it. I will be prepared for whatever scenario that we have to encounter at World's Strongest Man. And, hopefully all the other guys are excited too. I feel like the fans are excited. Everybody's pumped up. And, as far as the bubble, I don't know why any of the guys would be scared of the bubble. I'm not sure why you're asking that, but I think all the guys are just excited to compete and, make World's Strongest Man a great contest. Since Hafthor has retired, who do you see giving you the biggest run for your money? Yeah, Hafthor retiring does change the landscape a little bit. I mean, anybody that were to say that Hafthor wouldn't have possibly had a big impact on this year's World's Strongest Man wouldn't be telling the truth. But at the end of the day, it's his choice to retire from the sport and not to do World's Strongest Man. So I, as a competitor, have to focus on the other guys that are going to be there. And to answer your question, who's going to give me the biggest run for my money? I would say that Mateusz Kwiatkowski would be the obvious pick. He's a very, very talented guy, and going into World's Strongest Man, I hope that he is in great shape and he's ready to rock and roll, and all the other guys. I mean, there's a lot of talented guys in the sport right now that have been working incredibly hard. They're very hungry coming into World's Strongest Man, and so for me, I try not to overlook any of those guys. But as I said before, I am my own biggest competition. if I'm in shape, I'm in control. I don't really worry too much about what the other guys are doing. I'm just trying to bring the best version of myself to that contest that I possibly can. And if I do that, I feel like the result is going to be very good. Have you ever tried to do a bodybuilder style cut in any recent time? If so, how'd it go? So I can't say that I have tried to do a quote unquote, as you put it, bodybuilder type of cut. As you guys have seen on the channel, I have, changed my diet. I have tried to get leaner, drop my body weight down a little bit, but it had nothing to do with kind of going more toward a bodybuilder style. It was all strictly to get better at the sport of strongman and to, keep up with the changes in the sport, with it going a little bit quicker, some of the weights being a little bit lighter, that type of stuff. But I feel like all that's paid off. And I think you guys can see from, some of the training videos that we've been posting that my speed is better, my endurance is really good, my power is good. So I feel like all of it is coming together, which is exciting. But to answer your question, at some point in time, I will do that. I will do some type of a cut where I will change my training, I'll change my diet drastically, and try to get a lot leaner, when I'm not trying to focus on strongman.